Anthony, it is too late to be listening to drone metal.
Shut up! It's an air conditioner.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review, Spaceghostpurrp Mysterious Phonk, the Chronicles of SpvcxxGhxztPvrrp. This guy is a young Miami rapper and producer. He got a hefty amount of buzz last year off of some production and some verses that he laid into A$AP Rocky's Live Love ASAP. And he had his own release last year that got him quite a bit of attention too, kind of a free album slash mixtape that I didn't really care for all that much, but undeniably kind of had its own style. The sounds on this thing were really dark, lo-fi, gritty, kind of spacey, kind of weird, to the point where it actually, makes me rethink his lyrics a little bit. Because they are kind of simple. And it just makes me wonder, is he trying to be as lowbrow as possible with track titles like Take That Dick, Suck a Dick for 2011, Grind on Me, and Get Ya Head Bust. A lot of these older tracks are actually, believe it or not, on this new album, but the production has been touched up a little bit to kind of bring out Spaceghostpurrp's dark side. Like I said, I didn't really care for his stuff the first time around, but the production serves as kind of a saving grace for the second time around, because it does make some of these tracks sound pretty eerie. Revisiting the track Get Ya Head Bust, I have a completely different feel with the song. The very atmospheric and just reverb-soaked rhythms and the murky synths and Spaceghostpurrp's very whisper, quiet flow that has a very light rasp on it. It just feels like he's going to creep up behind me at any second with a baseball bat and kind of take me out. Because of the amount of space surrounding Purrp's beats and his flow, he gets a lot of comparisons to cloud rap artists like A$AP Rocky and Lil B. And I would say that comparison is legitimate to the extent that Spaceghostpurrp is much darker. And that really dark approach and his southern roots have kind of landed him a lot of 3-6 Mafia comparisons, which I can also kind of agree with to an extent. I could definitely see parallels between Mysterious Phonk and 1995's Mystic Styles. Of course, the beats on this thing are more modern, which is one separator, but another separator between those two releases, and this is not a good thing, the darkness on this thing feels really forced. And why is that? Because Spaceghostpurrp doesn't rap about anything dark. The closest he comes to doing that is maybe on the song Paranoid, and kind of the opening track too, where he raps about being kind of a spiteful, sort of hateful individual who's broke and lives in a cold world where you can't trust anybody because everyone's fake. He drops this cool line about shedding blood tears as they spell your name. The opening track has a really basic flow and is not the most lyrically dense or the most poetic song in the world, but it paints a more unique picture than the rest of the tracks on here, which pretty much just muse about money, hoes, dick, pussy, violence, haters, which is becoming a more and more annoying subject to listen to when it comes to hip-hop music in today's day and age. To be completely honest, lyrically, this album is just really one-dimensional. It's just boring. And of course, it does not help that most of the songs on here don't really have a topic or a direction or a point. And when a lyric does actually stick out in a song, it is pretty much only because it makes me cringe, like this one line where he's going to be marrying music. It sounds really cool, like A$AP Rocky, and definitely has its own kind of style, but it's extremely weak lyrically. But what kind of makes me favor A$AP Rocky a bit over Purrp is that Purrp's words don't even really fit with the aesthetic or the sound he's trying to push. I think this album would be almost fantastic if most of the songs on here had some legitimately dark lyrics. But instead, you just kind of get this run-of-the-mill rap wolf dressed in dark and moody and tortured sheep's clothing. I'm really kind of feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this thing. It's not terrible. You know, it's not the worst thing I've heard all year. It's not even close to the worst hip-hop album I've heard all year. But I can't help but listen to this and just feel like, man, potential squandered. What did you guys think of this thing? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What should I review next? And, well, yeah, that's about it. I love you. And hope you're having a good day. Anthony Fantano, Space Ghost Perp, forever.